I'm going to cover the Luke 16 unjust steward and then go into Ezekiel to see the polarity between the repentant unjust steward and the one that isn't repentant. And we're seeing it a lot at the minute from the Torah movement mainly. And if you're a Christian that's just come out of the Christian church, repented to the Ten Commandments, please take heed so you don't get led astray by wolves casting stumbling blocks, teaching absolutely vile doctrines. So Luke 16, 1 through 8. And he said also unto his disciples, there was a certain rich man which had a steward. The same was accused unto him that he had wasted his goods. Goods is his inheritance, the people. Check it in the Strongs. And he called him and said unto him, how is it that I hear this of thee? Give an account of thy stewardship, for thou mayest be no longer steward. It's the same as losing your crown. Then the steward saith within himself, what shall I do? For my Lord taketh away from me the stewardship. I cannot dig, to beg I am ashamed. I am resolved what to do, that when I am put out of my stewardship, they may receive me into their houses. So he called every one of his Lord's debtors unto him, and said unto the first, how much owest thou unto my Lord? And he said, an hundred measures of oil. And he said unto him, take thy bill, and sit down quickly, and write 50. Then said he to another, and how much owest thou? And he said, 100 measures of wheat. And he said unto him, take thy bill, and write 80. And the Lord commended the unjust steward, because he had done wisely. For the children of this world are in their generation wiser than the children of light. So there's going to be a group of people that are wiser than the Zadok priests. And you see this in the Melchizedek scroll from the Dead Sea Scrolls, written by the Zadok priests, compiled by and with John the Baptist. So now I'm going to go to Ezekiel 22. And this is the wicked servants, many called, few choose. It says many called, few chosen, but few choose to do the work. From verse 23 to the end. And the word of Jehovah came unto me, saying, Son of man, say unto her, thou art the land that is not cleansed, nor rained upon in the day of indignation. There is conspiracy of her prophets in the midst thereof, like a roaring lion ravening the prey. They have devoured souls, they have taken the treasure and precious things. They have made her many widows in the midst thereof. Her priests have violated my law and profaned mine holy things. You're profaning his feasts, you're profaning his holy language. They have put no difference between the holy and profane, neither have they showed difference between the unclean and the clean, and have hid their eyes from my Sabbaths, and I am profaned among them. We're not supposed to do the feasts in captivity. We are only supposed to do the feast where he places his name. You see that in Deuteronomy 12, Deuteronomy 16 is repeated over and over again. Jubilees chapter 49 says, again, only do it where his name is. His name is not in the USA, it's not in Belgium, it's not in the UK. You see what God thinks about you doing his holy feasts in a profaned land in Isaiah 1, Isaiah 44, Jubilees 6, Hosea 8, Lamentations 2. I can go on and on. And they have hid their eyes from my Sabbaths, and I am profaned among them. The Torah movement have just clung on to Judah, treacherous Judah, more treacherous than her sister Israel. And they do the sunset to sunset Sabbath, or the lunar Sabbath, which is completely wrong. A day begins at dawn, Genesis 1. Evening and morning are not a 24-hour period. The day starts when it ends, morning. Her princes in the midst thereof are like wolves ravening the prey, to shed blood and to destroy souls, to get dishonest gain, because you're all looking for a podium to stand on. You're looking to be greatest. And her prophets have daubed them with untempered mortar, seeing vanity, and divining lies unto them, saying, Thus saith the Lord God, when Jehovah hath not spoken. Oh, it's terrible. You new KKK lot pushing the serpent seed doctrine, the BHI, you're all removing the bound. You are removing that which is written in Revelation, the inheritance. Therefore your name is blotted out of the book of life. Read it yourself. The people of the land have used oppression and exercised robbery, exactly robbery of the inheritance, and have vexed the poor and needy. which means Matthew 5, the Beatitudes, isn't written to you. Yea, they have oppressed the stranger wrongfully. And I sought for a man among them, and that should make up the hedge, and stand in the gap before me for the land, to stand in the gate, to become a watchman, Ezekiel 2:3 and 33, that I should not destroy it, but I found none. Therefore have I poured out mine indignation upon them, I have consumed them with the fire of my wrath. Their own way have I recompensed upon their heads, saith Jehovah God. It's not looking good for the unrepentant, unjust steward. Now we'll go to the repentant, unjust steward, Ezekiel 44:15 through the end. But the priests, the Levites, the sons of Zadok, the children of Zadok, the priests of Zadok were known as the children of light, and we're called to be priests and kings. Yah is looking for priests and kings, Revelation 1:6. That kept charge of my sanctuary when the children of Israel went astray from me. That became watchmen when Israel went astray, which is now. They shall come near to me to minister unto me, and they shall stand before me to offer unto me the fat and the blood, saith Jehovah God. They shall enter into my sanctuary, and they shall come near to my table to minister unto me. Minister what? The new sacrifices, a humble and contrite spirit, Psalm 51, and communication, fulfilling the royal law, becoming the watchman. And they shall keep my charge. And it shall come to pass that when they enter in at the gates of the inner court, they shall be clothed with linen garments, the wedding garments, and no wool shall come upon them. And this isn't literal, no wool shall come upon them, it's spiritual. Whilst they minister in the gates of the inner court and within, they shall have linen bonnets upon their heads, and shall have linen breeches upon their loins. They shall not gird themselves with anything that causeth sweat. And they shall go forth into the utter court, even into the utter court to the people. They shall put off their garments wherein they ministered, and lay them in the holy chambers. And they shall put on other garments, and they shall not sanctify the people with their garments. Neither shall they shave their heads, nor suffer their locks to grow long. They shall only poll their heads. Neither shall any priest drink wine when they enter into the inner court. Neither shall they take for their wives a widow, nor her that is put away. But they shall take maidens of the seed of the house of Israel, or a widow that had a priest before. The seed of the house of Israel is spiritual now. Yah's looking at your heart. There's no such thing as a pure Israelite nowadays. We've all been interbred. We are all mutts. Hundreds of generations of interbreeding. And these, the children of Zadok, and they shall teach my people the difference between the holy and the profane, and cause them to discern between the unclean and the clean. You see the polarity? It's flipped on its head. Teach the difference between the holy and the profane. Do not do God's feasts. You don't have the calendar. You don't live where he puts his name. Don't try Paleo-Hebrew. Zephaniah 3:9 hasn't happened yet. That happens at the restoration of all things. And in controversy they shall stand in judgment. The controversy, look at the Torah movement attacking my brothers and sisters presently. It's vile. In controversy they shall stand in judgment, and they shall judge it according to my judgments. Leviticus 19:15 through 18, James 2:8. And they shall keep my laws and my statutes in all mine assemblies, and they shall hallow my Sabbaths, dawn to dawn Sabbath, Saturday dawn through Sunday dawn. And they shall come at no dead person to defile themselves, but for father or for mother or for son or for daughter or for brother or for sister that have had no husband, they may defile themselves. And after he is cleansed, they shall reckon unto him 7 days. And in the day that he goeth into the sanctuary, unto the inner court, to minister in the sanctuary, he shall offer his sin offering, saith Jehovah God. And it shall be unto them for an inheritance. I am their inheritance. And ye shall give them no possession in Israel. I am their possession. They shall eat the meat offering, and the sin offering, and the trespass offering, and every dedicated thing in Israel shall be theirs. And the first of all the first fruits of all things, and every oblation of all, and every sort of oblations shall be the priest's. Ye shall also give unto the priest the first of your dough, that he may cause the blessing to rest in thy house. The priest shall not eat of anything that is dead of itself or torn, whether it be fowl or beast.